Hello, everyone, and welcome to Santa Talk, guys. I am so excited. This skipping every other weekend. In fact, I think this last time I skipped 2 weeks because I had something going on last week. In fact, it was a safety banquet I had to go to for our company. But it is so good to have each and every one of you guys here. I'm excited to talk about today's topic. Tell me where you're checking in from. Tell me what you're wearing in that glorious Santa beard today. And tell me if you are a professional Santa Claus. I'd love to recognize you if I don't know you already, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. Seen a lot of chatter on social media. How long is too long for a Santa beard? What's a proper shape? What's the proper color? What's the proper size? All of that stuff, right? Been seeing a lot of that lately. Had a couple of people reach out to me, ask me what I wear to whiten my beard, ask me the tools that I use, the oils, the beard washes, conditioners, all that. So we'll touch on a little bit of that stuff tonight, but that's what I'm going to jump into today. But guys, I'm so excited. We're getting closer and closer. Look at that. August is already gone, right? Tomorrow, we're already in September. It's getting closer, guys. The big day, right? The moment we shine. But I want to go ahead and say hello to everybody that's here to chat. First of all, we have a Santa Bud was first. Appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you so much. Santa Allen coming in at second. Baker, appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much for being here. Santa Daniel, how you doing? And Santa Daniel is part of the Santa Squad. It's so good to have you guys here. I think they are getting ready to go to Michigan to some Santa school, I believe. The oldest Santa school. I think I've heard of that place. Baker says, hey, we and our brother jacked up need some prayers. Okay. For those of you that don't know who Jacked Up is, that's Jacob from Jacked Up Leather Works. We definitely will be praying for him, man. If you guys, even if you don't know him, he's a big part of the bearded community. Okay. All right. Santa Willie, what's going on, brother? You looking good. That picture looks awesome, man. Look at that. Look at that coat, man. Oh, I'm envious. OG Fitzroy, my Houston brother. How you doing, man? So good to have you here. We got to get OG as a Santa. All right. The Houston needs more Santas. Reach out to me, OG. I got you. All right. Hemp Wizard, Patient Zero, small town PA. Hey, Hemp Wizard's a great beard oil company, guys. We will talk more about that. Frickin' frack. Thank you so much for being here, Bob and Terry. And for those of you who don't know, Thursday night was Bob's birthday. We wish you a happy birthday. Hope it was a good one. Santa Troy, how you doing? It's so good to see you. And Lisa, hope Lisa's with you. All right. SJ Alexander, how you doing? What's up, brother? It's good to see you, man. Born Bearded Dave, thank you so much. You know, I think about you all the time, Dave. Really do, man. I see you. You pop up on my my YouTube algorithm a lot. Man, I can't help it. Just love seeing you, man. Appreciate you being here, even if you're listening. Hey, good to have you here. Got a good subject to talk about tonight. And I think we're all caught up right now. We have 13 right now, guys. I appreciate you. I believe more will come. But we are going to talk about it. And hey, I appreciate if you spread the love. You know, let people know. If you know some Santas out there that could benefit, I would really, really appreciate people coming in. Not for my benefit, but as a community, just getting information out, learning from one another. That's what it's all about. And today's subject is no different, right? Our beard is just as important. Whether you have a real beard or you wear a not real beard, right? It's just as important. You don't want to go into your gigs half stepping and kids, looking at you like too much. You won't hear from the kids. More than likely the parents. But I appreciate you too, Dave. Thank you so much, man. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Before I do get started, next weekend, Saturday, there won't be a Santa Talk because I will be in Ohio, even though it pains me to go to Ohio since Ohio State beat my Longhorns today. But that's okay. I have a beard competition I'm going to that I've been honored to be asked to be a judge at. So I will be there at the Buckeye Beard Battle in Zanesville, Ohio next week. So I am looking forward to that as well. If you guys are around the Ohio area or somewhere around that area, hey, please hit me up. Come join us. I'd love to meet you guys. I do have some some magnets I've been working on. I had some stickers made. You guys let me know and give me your honest opinion what you think about it. Basically, that's what it is. It's the cartoon version of myself. That is actually a pose I did, but OAI did a cartoon version. So I turn these into magnets. All right. It's got my QR code to my Google page and website and all that stuff right there. So, hey, just something I wanted to pass out to the kids this year. Let them know they can hang it on their refrigerator door, and Santa will be able to watch them to tell if they're being naughty or nice. All right. And then I also got my cards. Let me see if I can get. And if you guys would like one of these, reach out to me. Shoot me your address. I'll mail you one. My card, I went a little bit different this year. So that is actually the picture of me. I had just got my signature on the front. Nothing fancy. But and on the back, it's got the QR code. Santa Tom understands the value and importance of bringing joy to children. There you go. And it's got my information down there and the QR code as well. Like I said, nothing fancy, but it's good to have. And I also have some cards, and I got some coins, some wooden coins that Santa caught you being nice to give out to the kiddos too. But I have little cards as well, Santa. But it's got an older picture of me when my beard was really, really short. Without further ado, let's see who snuck in here. Santa Willie. God, I just love that. Look how good he looks, man. That suit. That looks awesome. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Baker. Thank you very much, man. Better take a lot of pictures for your channel, right? Yep. No, I am going to bring some up to the Buckeye Beer Battle, Baker. No worries, man. I'd like to pass them out. So anyway, all right, guys, without further ado, let's get into our subject today. All right. What is the proper length? What is the proper color? What is the proper shape, the proper style for a Santa beard? Well, it's subjective, isn't it? I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself, but one thing that kind of pains me and just kind of upsets me is when somebody asks a question in a group, and then somebody just jumps all over them, telling them, well, you should have done this, or you should do this. Hey, how about instead, let's meet somebody where they're at. Let's work with what they got, because not everybody can grow a beard as fast as others, right? Some people choose not to wear a real beard. They shave all year long for work or whatever it may be, and that's fine. And then they wear an artificial beard, that's perfectly fine. I know some great Santas out there that wear an artificial beard. There's nothing wrong with it. They make some remarkable beards that look real. Okay. But today I want to talk about natural beards. Okay. Mine look a little, I don't know. It's okay. But, do I feel like mine is too long right now? Yes. I always say there's a fine line between Santa and Gandalf, right? The wizard. All right. So right now I'm kind of getting wizardly, but I want to show you a little trick I've been working on. I'm not going to have enough time to demonstrate it today, but I will talk to you about how I do it. And it's a pretty neat trick. And I've kind of haven't perfected it, but it's Santa Ed Taylor did a video on YouTube and is really, really good. I'd like to have it, but it borrowed from Cherry Hill. Okay, afternoon, Santa Tom. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? So glad you joined us. We are actually talking about a question that I believe you asked on social media. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. The perfect Santa Claus beard: length, color, and shape. That elusive, perfect shape, color, and length, right? Is it, thanks to the poem "The Night Before Christmas," his beard was as white as snow, right? And but does it necessarily have? Kurt. They came out with a Christmas Chronicles, and who's the actor? Was it Kirk Douglas? Kurt Douglas? No, Kurt. Who was that? Somebody help me out there. Kind of made it cool. Kind of had that salt and pepper look, right? And kind of made that cool. Now I do whiten my beard. We'll get into more of that here in just a second. But who's to say that, it's got to be the perfect white? I see people, Santas with some tan beards, or some, blonde beards, and they look great. A little red in it, I think, looks really good. So Kurt Russell. Thank you, Troy. Goodness gracious. And Alan, Kurt Russell. What did I say? Kurt Douglas? Well, I'm going way back there, ain't I? But what is the perfect age? So why beards matter? Well, beards are the most recognizable feature of Santa, right? It builds trust, authenticity, and adds magic. You'll hear me say all the time, I believe that your beard is just as much as an investment as your suit, your boots, your belts, any trinkets you might have, anything like that, okay? Uh, so I believe that you should take care of your beard. Keep it soft, keep it moisturized, keep it looking good. You know, you don't want a bunch of split ends. You know, you don't want it feeling like hay when you have those kids sitting on your lap, right? So yes, I believe it is important, and I did attempt to get some photos in here as well. So beard evolution through the years. So in the 1800s, you know, there was kind of like that. Let's read this. Early depictions in the 4th and 19th century, shorter, more rounded or triangular beards. Okay. We see that in some early movies, right? And Miracle on Christmas or Miracle on 34th Street, you know, had that kind of, short beard. 1800s Victorian Santa, a fuller curled beard. Early 1900s, a longer flowing natural style. And then here comes the Coca-Cola era, which we kind of know the best. We're in the 1930s to the 60s, is more rounded and fluffy beard. When I think of Santa Ed Taylor, that's what I think about, that Coca-Cola big round beard. All right. So, I just kind of put these up here, guys, just for some visuals. All right. Not really good representations, but you get the picture. Right. So you've got, what do most people think about today? So when you hear people talk about traditional beards, you think the Coca-Cola picture, right? That's just that big fluff beard. Well, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can pull that off. Now, I actually love my length last year, which was right around about 8 inches. Right now, I'm on almost 14. It's a little out of control, about 13 and a half, some change. But about 8 inches for me was optimal for me because it was easy to handle. It was easy for me to shape. I have yet, this time around on growing a beard, I have yet to cut it, shape it, do anything as far as anything with trimming. I have a razor or a pair of scissors or trimmer have not touched his beard in almost 2 years. Okay. So I'm really contemplating, after the Buckeye beard battle, going ahead and taking about 4 inches off. It's just, for me, it's easier to manage, but I want to talk about a little trick that I've been doing that may change my mind. But guys, I'm telling you right now, if it don't look right or I can't perfect it or get it right, I'm getting it trimmed. That's just me. All right. Excuse me. All right. So you got your short beards. You see, I don't know so much about the goatee right here on the bottom. But and the one on the bottom right kind of looks like a pirate. But hey, that's what AI prints out for you right there. But a shorter beard, I like a shorter beard, a business beard. I think it looks good if it's well groomed, well maintained, and it's easier to color. Right. So I think a shorter Santa beard looks fine, and some people, that's what they like. Long beard, that's kind of the category I fall into right now. The reason why I enjoy a longer beard is because I enjoy, when I do get the opportunity, which I have several times last year, I get to dress as Father Christmas, or the more Victorian style Santa. I get to grow this beard out, and it looks a lot better in that style. In fact, I think I got a picture at the end. Baker says, if it's too long, easier for kids to sit and pull on. Yes. And, what I've discovered, Baker, is it doesn't matter how long it is. Kids are going to grab it, especially the little babies, right? And some of you Santas in here can attest to that. They're going to grab a hold of it. They're going to pull it, or you're going to have kids. I never have an issue with a kid grabbing a hold of it, because that sense of touch is just it's kind of a bonding moment, where they can kind of touch your beard, see if it's real. They want to, is that real? Yeah, go ahead and give it a tug, and they'll tug on it. And I said, does it feel real? Or when they ask, is Santa, are you really real? I'll always answer a question with a question, right? Are you real? Are you really Santa? Well, go ahead and pull on this beard. They pull on that beard. Go ahead and feel this fur on my, no, I'm not like politician did, but feel this fur on my suit. Does that feel real to you? Well, then, then ask them, what do you think? And inevitably they always say yes, and you can see their eyes getting bright. All right. But good point. Yes. But what I've noticed in my experience is they're going to pull on it. They're going to pull on your beard no matter what length it is. All right. Then we got, okay, so the beard length, short beard. What's the advantages? It's easy to maintain. For me, and I wrote this down, and don't take this the wrong way if you've got a shorter beard, but for me, it may be, people may take it a con, maybe people take it as less magical, right? A medium beard is natural, it's versatile, it works for many Santas. All right, what's a medium beard? I'm going to say anything more than 2 inches and less, and about 8 or less. I think that 8 inches is kind of getting close to a longer beard, but I like that optimal length right there between about 7-8 inches. On me, my beard type looks better. All right, because mine is just straight. It's heavy. Whenever the longer I get it, the harder it is to get it that round shape. It just wants to hang. Right. So the more weight it gets, you start to look more like a wizard. And the long beard, some people say it's majestic, traditional, and that's a key word, traditional, and often the most iconic. So if I can figure out a way, now Santa Ed Taylor, well, I'd love to get him on the show one day just to talk about this subject right here. But Santa Ed Taylor puts curlers in his beard every day. And I should have brought some curlers out here because I brought some other things, but curlers in his beard every day. And I used to kind of poo-poo that idea. Say, nah, I ain't putting no curl. But when I tried it and I woke up the next day and it had that round look, of course, you still got to kind of shape it a little bit, but it had that rounded look. I'm second guessing. I'm thinking to myself, well, man, maybe if I curl it every night and then the closer I get, I can kind of show you a little trick that I'm going to show you here in just a little bit I've been working on. Maybe this will actually work and I won't have to cut it, right? So, Pud, how you doing, man? Frankie J, appreciate you guys being here. All right, so there we are. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm getting in that longer beard, category. It's not definitely as long as some others I've seen, but man, if it was just a little, maybe sometimes it was I don't wish for a more see-through or transparent, but if it was a little lighter and I'm going to tell you a little trick with that here in just a second when I start talking about beard oils, how you can kind of make it a little more fluffier. All right, let's go on here to the next slide. Different beard shapes. All right, and excuse the one AI threw in here with the guy with the no beard. Wish I should have put an X through. No, I'm just kidding. All right, but the different beard shapes. So you got a long beard, you got the fluffy beard, you got the mustaches that curl. We had Jeff Harmon on showing us how to do that. Right. I would like to try that this year. We'll see how it works. But you just got your different shapes right here. You see the guy up here in the top right corner here. That's kind of how I like my mustache to be, kind of out a little bit, just a little curl at the end. I really like that. I have not trimmed my mustache at all yet. So yeah, and then of course we talked about the Coca-Cola Santa who's got the big fluffy and maybe even some curled beard. So you got the rounded, full classic Coca-Cola look, right? You got the square, broad, modern kind of Hollywood depiction. Today everybody wants that square look, that square beard. For one, I don't know how that would look on me. I prefer for myself the rounded look, and if I do get it cut, it will be about 4 inches off of here and more of a rounded look. And then some people like it tapered, natural, professional, real bearded Santas today. All right, visual. I left that part in. You guys don't mind that, the visual illustrated chart of beard shapes. I forgot to take that out. That's what this one is right here. All right, different beard colors. Does beard color really matter? I'm going to tell you who it matters to, guys. And please, I'm not saying any of this to offend anybody, but beard colors mean more to parents than they do to the children. I went out, I went to an event last year where I dressed as Father Christmas, the old Victorian Father Christmas, right? I had the long green robes on. I'll show you a picture of here in just a second. I didn't whiten my beard at all. Nobody said not one thing. In fact, if anything, they talked about how much more authentic it looked, right? And they preferred that. Now, when I get up in my Coca-Cola outfit, that I'll show a picture of here in just a second. The beard is on point. It's white. It's shaped. It doesn't. I don't look like a wizard. All right. So there is that. All right. In fact, here it is right here. So this was out at the Texas Renaissance Festival last year, and that is a guy that was working out there as Santa. And look, he doesn't have a Snow White beard, right? Looks kind of rugged, more of a mountain man kind of look. I just love that outfit he's got on. It just looks so Renaissance-y, right? And his hat, it's not the traditional kind of hat like I got on, even though mine's green with gold. But I absolutely love dressing like that, guys. For me, it's just nostalgic. It just reminds me of my childhood and looking at old photos of Father Christmas and just that old world style. That is my favorite Santa look. Now, I understand it's not going to be everybody's, and that's okay. Out there during the Celtic Christmas weekend, which is the last weekend, and OG, I need to get you out there this year, brother. You got to come out there with me. You walk around, I promise you'd have a blast if you've never been. I don't remember if you said you've been, but it's not too far from you. So, anyway, all right. So that was me out there, guys. I had a great time. You can see my beard's all wild. It's in the wind, just not colored at all. But neither is his, and nobody said a thing. All right, and I absolutely love it. And that was actually the beard length right there that I preferred the most. That was probably about 8 inches. So that was last November, the last weekend of November. Okay, right. And that's the same length right there, but they're right there. It's more whitened. You said it's just been years. Might have to dress up, brother. Hook me up, man. We'll go out there. Me and my brother go out there every year. We've been going out there every year since 1977. I know that place like the back of my hand. Know a lot of people out there. We have a blast. But guys, this is the same length right here. All right, this is me, I think, doing a video. I think this was me when I was doing the night before Christmas video. So it's the same length. It's just shaped up more rounded. And how do I shape it up? We're going to talk about that here in just a second. And then what did I use to whiten it up? I'll show you that here in just a minute as well. All right. Beard color, pure white. That seems to be the gold standard, right? It's magical. It's timeless. People like that Snow White beard. Cream, silver, natural look, softer look, still authentic. Okay, I think I'm kind of close to that look. I'm not quite there yet to where all of it, even if there was just a little bit of pepper in there, I don't have a problem with it. So when people ask me, about having a salt and pepper beard, hey, rock what you got. If you feel comfortable with it, I promise you there is not one kid that's going to say anything about it. All right. Who were we talking about earlier? Kurt Russell pulled that off in that movie. I think he kind of made Santa cool in that Christmas Chronicles movie, right? So salt and pepper works for the modern Santas, but might need a little bit of color. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I kind of got that salt and pepper, but I do color it up for the most part, unless I'm going out, and doing something like that at the Texas Renaissance Festival or, somebody who requests a Father Christmas. All right. So the before and after. So here you got a Santa on the before. Beard's a little darker. Hey, appreciate that, Baker. Thank you. You got the Santa before. Beard's a little darker. Then you got it right there. Looks a little more shaped. Mustache got a little curl to it. A little whiter. All right. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. So today's professional Santa standards. Authenticity is key. Full, healthy, natural beard. If you have one, it is important to groom it, condition, and maintain a healthy shine. Industry groups like Lone Star Santas, that's here in Texas, and the Worldwide Santa Claus Network emphasize consistency and care. Well, so does Santa Tom, but I'm not near as big as these groups right here. Right? But they do emphasize it, and I do too. You guys know how passionate I am about beard health, about maintaining a healthy beard if you have a natural beard. All right, Santa's grooming kit. We're going to go over that. I've got some props here. We're going to go over that here in just a little bit. What is involved with Santa's grooming kits? All right, beard care and maintenance, regular trimming for shaping. I failed that one. I don't regularly trim. Whitening color touch-ups if needed, oils, conditioners, or proper washing for health and softness. All right. So here is a recent picture on the left of me. I think that was after when I was doing a beard product review. And then that's what I look like now. Once, on the picture on the right is me at that where I think is the optimal length. You guys tell me. I mean, that pic for my beard type, that picture on the right is where I have preferred it the most. It's not too long. It's easy to maintain. It's easy to color. But I think I kind of got that look, and that mustache and the beard, kind of like old boy right there on the right. All right, his looks a little scragglier. His isn't as on point as mine was, but that's okay. He'll get there. All right, the magic transformation. The beard isn't just hair. It's the symbol of Santa's wisdom, kindness, and timeless magic, right? And here I got a couple pictures of me. The one on the left is where I visited. It was a home visit. And that little girl right there was just the cutest little thing. She was just so excited. The one on the right was a summer, you guys excuse them legs, but was a Christmas and July event that I went to at yeah, Daniel, hang on. I want to look at your comment here in a second. But I visited a daycare, and that was absolutely blast. I mean, they had so many rooms of kids, and every room I walked into, it was like I was ambushed. Kids were just attacking. Santa, and they all, you'll see I'm holding a picture there. That little girl drew me a picture, and a lot of the classes drew pictures. Just so much fun, guys. If you've ever been on the fence, if you're in here and ever been on the fence about being Santa Claus, don't think about it. Just do it. I had a conversation with a gentleman. He was in here earlier. Don't know if he still is or not, but had a conversation to where we all have those first year jitters, right? To where, am I going to be good enough? Right? You'll be good enough. All right. Because you're going to be your own worst critic. And it's okay to ask questions, ask as many questions as you want. But until you put that suit on and until you do that first event, you don't know how it's going to happen. You can prepare, you can practice, which is important, and you can practice your accent or whatever you do. Okay. Do I have an accent? No, because I'm horrible. I wind up sounding like Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to do a British accent, and it sounds horrible, right? So what I will do is I will kind of deepen my voice and talk to the kids, like, well, have you been a good boy and girl? Well, my voice is a little raspy right now, but I will get a deeper, kind of just change my voice up a little bit, but it's not, I don't try to do an accent like a British accent because it sounds absolutely horrible. I'm sure there's so many of you out there that are a lot better. I'm going to tell you who's really good if you guys don't know him. His name is Santa Ken Kringle. He's actually the one that made my brown Santa Tim Allen belt from the movie Santa Claus. He made that belt for me. Guy's got a phenomenal accent, and he's got this whole history of himself. This just absolutely, it just leave a smile. I need to have him on. It just leave a smile on your face listening to his story. Right. And he owns a chestnut farm in Georgia. How cool is that? A chestnut farm. And he is just such a neat guy to listen to. Right. And anyway, okay, this picture on the left, I actually had to delete. This was at a corporate party, which after this one, I said I would never do again. All right. I'd much rather do events with children than adults because, they wanted me to carry a whiskey bottle around and stumble around drunk. I told them, you got the wrong guy. I'm not doing it. All right. Because photos and video last forever. And that's the last thing I want is a photo and video of me as Santa stumbling around with an empty whiskey bottle. So anyway, but it was still a good time. And they said they were going to have me back. I have yet to hear from them, but that's okay. Because if they did ask me back, I think the price may double. No, I'm just kidding. And on the right here, that is me at an event at a restaurant. They brought in that chair. They did the whole backdrop. It was really neat. It was a local Mexican restaurant here, and that is actually my granddaughter. That's why I'm posting here. That's one of my granddaughters. They came up there to eat, to get pictures with Santa. But yeah. Yeah, so that right there, that length and that shape, that's kind of what I like, for myself. And my closing message is the perfect Santa beard isn't just about length, color, or shape. It's about how you wear it with pride, care, and joy. A healthy, well-kept beard helps us bring the spirit of Christmas to life. And that is me, all right? And I think that is the end of my slideshow. All right, let's catch up on here. Senator Daniel says the rounded is how mine is and perfect length. Yeah. Yeah, I like that too because it, especially in that Coca-Cola outfit, it just looks good. I wish I could wear that Father Christmas outfit all the time, but it's just not in high demand. All right. On the right is picture perfect, but love the left and more authentic. Right. Type saying don't get time for a trim. Yeah. Well, yeah, I wish I could say mine wasn't time wise. I just don't want to. Man, I've been wanting to just grow my beard out, see how long I can get it. I had the most fun my first year. Isn't it fun? It's so much fun. But yeah, so let's talk about some tools of the trade. What is in my kit? Well, first of all, I want to talk about the two most important things. And guys, I've mentioned this on the show before, but the two most important things for your beard that I can suggest to anybody. And I am by no means an expert, guys. I have reviewed hundreds of beard products, right? I have hundreds of beard products sitting over here in my bathroom. I probably have about 400 oils. I'm constantly shipping people out that need oils. If you are in the chat today and you can't afford some oils, or you may have never tried oils, you don't know what to start out with, reach out to me. I will send you some free of charge. Will not cost you a thing. I'll even pay for shipping. Hey, I'm Santa Claus. I love to give, right? But reach out to me. I would love to help you out and talk to you about beard care. It's that important to me. There's nothing more special to me than somebody that wants to that gets serious and be a Santa Claus. I shouldn't say it's nothing more special, but it is special to me that people want to take care of their beard and be a Santa Claus. All right. So the first most important thing, I just grabbed some random stuff here, guys, is a good, look at that big old 2-ounce bottle, is a good beard oil. Look at that color. Oh, my goodness. Now, this one happens to be from Lion's Mane, all right, company I just recently met. It's a great oil. This one's called Morning Glory. Whew. Smells great. Kind of a minty, a citrus kind of smell to it. Absolutely love it, guys. And also, too, if you don't want a free beard oil, if you would like to reach out to companies that you've heard of or wanted to try, guys, I have affiliate codes with a lot of companies. Reach out to me. I'm not going to put them on here, and I don't get paid for none of them. These are just companies that have said, hey, if you got Santas that want a discount code, they'll give it to me, but I'm not going to advertise on here, and I don't get paid for it. I don't get no money out of it. I don't want no money out of it. But I got some great companies that we're affiliated with that want Santas to have their best beard as well. AJ says, use designer beard. Santas don't have to do much we only have to take. Yeah. Well, my first year, Santa, AJ, I wore a designer beard, and I'm sorry I shouldn't call it fake beard, but a designer beard. But it was so hot. The difference between a design mine wasn't, very expensive one, like Santa, I think it's Tommy Sharon. He really advertises a really, really nice, expensive one. Mine wasn't that expensive. It looked good, but it was so hot. And I don't know if a better quality one makes a difference. I'm not the foremost expert on that, but a real beard for me is just so much cooler. And Baker says, do you think a guy with a goatee 12 inches long could be Santa? Asking all Santas in here. Don't think my sides are making it. Again, Santa AJ brings up a good point there, Baker. I think there is things that you can use, like designer beards. And I've actually reached out to a Hollywood designer that talked to me, and you can have them made pretty inexpensive, right? I think yak hair, and correct me if I'm wrong, AJ, if yak hair is better. But Santa Willie, absolutely make a cool backstory, 100%. I'm at one that it doesn't matter. If you got a short beard, a goatee, a little business beard, I say rock what you got. All right. The kids ain't, you put on that red suit, the kids are not going to, I promise you, they're going to see your heart. And the only one that's going to criticize you the most is yourself. I promise you. Bishop, how you doing, brother? Thank you. Lee, how you doing, brother? Okay, and Baker, it would be a cool motorcycle Santa, and there is many of them out there, guys. I've seen motorcycle Santas. I've seen uh, Celtic Santas where they come out in kilts. I've seen what do you call it, the anime Santas? Where they dress kind of like in that anime stuff, or the uh, I don't know the terminology for the ones that dress like in the that have like the gears and stuff. All somebody could help me out with that. But anyway, there's so many people that rock different types of Santas, right? And hey, rock what you got because I promise you there is an audience out there for you. And a motorcycle Santa is a good guy, a good idea. I've seen people do like the military style Santa. Love it, absolutely love it. All right, we will need to look at some pictures. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I should have done that. Maybe coming up episode, that's what I can talk about is the different types of Santas out there. I've seen some really cool ones. Uh, yeah. So, all right. So we talked about the beard oil. If there's two most important things on here, beard oil, I think is the first one. The second one, and again, guys, I just grabbed some random stuff, and this is one I just got. So it was right there in the forefront, is a good beard wash. If there's two things that I recommend that if you have a natural beard that you should do is use a good daily conditioning beard wash and a good beard oil. And again, if you don't have any of this stuff, reach out to me. I would love to get some in your hands. If I've got it, it's yours. All right. And I'll send it to you at no charge. Just don't hesitate. I'd rather you reach out to me than go buy some old stuff at Walmart or some stuff out there that just is got a bunch of trash in it. We want to get some all natural ingredients on that skin underneath your beard and take care of yourself and take care of that investment that you got. All right. Then we got butters. Okay, you got all different kinds of butter. So you got right here. I grabbed this is one from Weatherbeard, and this is their base camp butter. Okay, a butter is like a conditioner, a daily conditioner that it's. Let me see if you can see that right there. It's just a that you put in your beard, and it don't take much. I've used about a fingertip full and put it even in this long beard. Hey, what's going on, Greg? How you doing, brother? Spangle the Clown sells beard oils. Yeah, brother, I know a lot of people that sell beard oils. And I've got, like I said, I probably got about close to 500 beard oils here in my bathroom right here. And I'm constantly giving them away. Of course, I've got mine that I keep for my routine, but I constantly, Santa Allen, thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate that. I got you, Greg. I knew what you meant. but yeah, there's so many beard oils out there. I've had people ask me if I'm going to start selling my own beard oils. No. Why would I? For one, I'm too lazy to make those beard oils. And we got company owners in here like Lee and, from EDC Beard Co. makes an outstanding oil with borage oil. And absolutely love it. Feels great in my beard. So for me, I don't have to, right? I like what Santa Willie here said. Would love to do a Native American Santa to celebrate my heritage. Brother, I wish you would. And I have actually seen them. And I think I have photos of some. And it is absolutely beautiful, man. Do your heritage, man. Absolutely 100%. I've seen African Santas. In African garb. I've seen, like I said, the Celtic or the Irish Santas, so many Scottish Santas. There's just so many good ideas out there. Bishop, man, thank you very much. So I can get a good present. Well, brother, hey, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I absolutely. I'm gonna get talking here, and I'm not gonna get done. But also on the same note, I use a conditioner. I use a conditioner twice a week on the days that I strip my beard, and I'll use like a stripping wash or a bar soap will strip your beard, and then I'll use a conditioner on that day. Usually it's Sundays, and then about midway through the week, about Wednesdays, I will use a wash and conditioner to kind of condition it. But every day that I'm not using that conditioner right here, a wash and conditioner, I am using a butter of some type, either the solid butter or here is a liquid butter. This one happens to be from True North. A Jamaican Santa, I'm sure there is. Brother, I'm sure there is, OG. But this is liquid butter. You can tell this one's almost gone right here. So, yeah. there's that as well. There's so many options out there, guys. And I think I went over, and then you also got a balm. All right, here's just an example of a balm. I use balm every morning when it's humid, like it is here in the Texas summers. I use balm every morning. It's conditioning like the butter. It's just got beeswax in it, and it helps maintain a good shape and keeps the frizzies down. And I need all the help I can get. All right, now let's talk about some other tools here. Some beard combs and brushes. All right, I've got a variety here. These are Chicago combs. This is a Chicago comb number 8. These are carbon fiber combs. They glide through the hair very easy, this wide tooth comb. Then you got a Chicago comb. This is a number 14. It's kind of a, you can see it's kind of a, what do you call it? Shorter, or doesn't have as much gap between the teeth, right? Narrow gap, it glides through, but I keep my beard very well conditioned, so it's always going to glide through fairly easy. Dan C saw me doing this on a dry beard, he'd probably roll over. And here is a pick comb. Chicago. Now these are carbon fiber, guys. What's the difference between a carbon fiber and them old combs them black combs your grandpa used to carry around? They call them funeral home combs, right? Because in the funeral homes they just have them in a little thing where it makes sure you're looking right. But these are carbon fiber. There is no rough edges on them. There is no little where it's going to gouge and ruin your beard. And they were fairly inexpensive. I think in Chicago, this is the most popular one right here, is they're like $14 on Amazon, so well worth it. I've got one in my bathroom. I've got one in the bathroom in the living room. I've also got one I carry to work with me in my pocket. So I just always kind of have one on standby, because you go outside, wind's going to blow it, and keep it up. And then I've got a brush, and you guys don't laugh at my brush here. I got this one on Amazon, and I really like it. And I've got one from a beard company, but that thing's about wore out. I need to order one. But you can see little flowers on the back, but that's okay. Don't judge me. I'm very confident in my masculinity. All right. But this one, I think I cleaned it good, but this one actually has boar's hairs, bristles in it. And then it's got the little points that come out. They make sure that if they do, they've got them little tips on them, little rounded tips. Okay. But a paddle brush like this with that boar's head, man, it makes styling so much easier. And I love this brush, Bishop. Absolutely. Yeah, love it. And it's not very expensive. I think it was like, I don't know. I don't remember now. If I remember, I'll try to put a link to everything I show you guys in the description below. So, on Amazon, you can go pick this stuff up fairly cheap. But this brush right here, I use in the morning. So I wet my beard down. I will get my comb. I will get all the make sure all the tangles are out of it. I will put and then plus it helps kind of squeegee. Like Dynamite says, kind of squeegee that excess water out of there. And then I will use that Chicago number 14 comb and get it even better after I dry my beard. I'll put some beard oil in, then I'll go get dressed, wait about 3 to 5 minutes before I go in there and put any kind of butter in or balm. Every morning I put in balm. All right, I'll put my balm in. I need to do a routine video, a Santa routine video. And then I wait a few more minutes. And then I'll get that hair dryer and I will use this brush. And because every morning when I wake up, because I wear a CPAP machine, I got these dips right here, really bad dips. All right. So it just takes a little bit of work and those dips come right out. It takes me about 5 minutes. And then, and plus this brush gets that product through your beard. So it distributes it evenly in your beard. All right. So there you go. I love this brush, but those are some kind of tools right there, guys. Let's talk about some whitening. All right. Now there's different types of whitening. Guys are always asking, what do you use to whiten your beard? Well, I've got several things I kind of play around with. Now this is called Santa White. And I actually got this one off of, and somebody mentioned, I think it was AJ mentioned it earlier. I think I got this one off of Spangle's website. Santa White. It works pretty good. The problem with this is when I start sweating, if I do start sweating, this tends to run. So if it's cooler out, I'll use this because it gets it really, really white. Another good option is, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, guys, is Mayron. All right, this one works really, really good. It's a little bit better, I think, in my opinion, than that. This is on Amazon. It's hair white, and this stuff just washes right out, guys, with a beard wash and water. Washes right out. All right, but this is really good. And if you're wondering how I apply it, I have a toothbrush in there. All right, like a real big toothbrush, and I use that on these little darker areas on my cheeks right here. I'll use that, and then my mustache. But my number one favorite to use for whitening, because I don't bleach my beard anymore, guys. I did it 1 year. I won't do it again. For the guys that out there do it, I have much respect for you because it's a lot of work. I know Santa Alan does. It is multiple types of procedures for most people that go in. It's not cheap. It takes a lot, and it does damage. It does do some damage on your beard. So you really got to make sure you're taking care of it. But this stuff right here is called Punky Spray. All right. And it's temporary hair color. And this one, I think, is the Arctic. I don't know. It's like Arctic White or something like that. But it's got the little ball in there. You know, you shake it up. And I'll buy like 10 cans of these on Amazon to have because I go through them. I'll go through almost about 3/4 of a can getting my beard ready. But, brother, when I get done, it is white. All right. It's going to look like. You know, it's going to look like this, you know, on the right. It's what's going to look like. All right. So, you know, take it for what you want. For me, it's better for me doing that than it is bleaching. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about, guys, and I want to start closing this up. Hang on. Jeff Harmon. Hey, brother, I was just mentioning you earlier. Everyone competing at Beard and Nougat. We'll have to watch later. Man, thanks for jumping in if you haven't already left out of here. That's a great looking brush. My comb is handy for when I'm out, but I'd love to get a new brush. I'll hit you up. I'll send you a message of some good ones, man. That is an outstanding brush because it's got the boar's head bristle brushes in there, so you're able to distribute. Even like when I've got 2 of these, so when I put the oil in first, I'll use that beard and really get that oil in my skin. All right, and then do that. And then this one is more of my styling and butter after I put my butter in. All right. And just really work it through to distribute that product in my beard. All right. I sound like such a nerd with this. The next thing I want to talk about, the last thing I want to talk about, guys. All right. Beard shape. One thing I've been working on, and Bishop says, Santa, my 5-year-old son is watching. Can you give him a classic ho, ho, ho? It's good to have you here, buddy. I'm so glad you're watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you stick around to the end. All right. Appreciate that, Bishop. Any chance I get. And sorry, my voice is a little raspy. But all right, guys, something I've been working on, and I watched a video with Santa Ed Taylor did this, okay? And what he did, my beard actually has too much, and I've got some beard butter and oil in right now, so it's a little heavy right now. But if I was going to do this, and I tried it the other day, and after I did this, I just put a little light oil in it. I think I used oil from Johnny Ray's, which is that squalene. It's really, really light. And it was kind of frizzy. It was just very, very fluffy. All right. But I would work my beard out. All right. Or brush it out. But I would really get it out. All right. Where it's a little fluffier. All right. And then I would just take this little bottom part down here. Just maybe just a little bit. Fold it under. All right. And then look at that. Hairspray. And I use Got to Be Glued, guys. Somebody asked if about this. This is cement. This puts them 80s hairsprays to shame. Got to Be Glued. You spray this stuff in your beard, it ain't going nowhere. But I do that. So I take that little bit at the bottom, I fold it under, and then once I shape it, it's kind of hard to do it on camera, but once I get it up and I round it and I shape it, guys, you can kind of see how it looks. But once you get it, and then what I do, once I get it up and get the shape I want, or you can make it as short as you want, right? So you can get it up in there. That's a little kind of crazy right there looking. But trust me, once you get that hairspray, and I will do a video with this, that's a little too much. But just even that right there, just taking that up, it helps you shape it. And then once you get it up like that, then I'll use a pick. Right. And I'll kind of with that once I get the hairspray, and I got a little hair dryer in here. It's a little low wattage hairspray, hair dryer, costs me $18. Right. And it doesn't blow as hard as a regular hair dryer, but it's still got some heat to it. And then I'll blow dry it. And then that sucker's right. Then I'll get that pick and I'll just start shaping it the way I want to kind of get that fluff and that roundiness. It looked okay. Now, is it okay? Does it meet my standard? I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't got that good yet. but it's something I'm working on. But it gives me an option, and it gives me the thinking, what if I use those curlers and I use that technique, do I really have to cut my hair? Right? Because guys, in my mind, I'm really, really trying to get out of cutting my beard. Hey, Beanie, how's it going? It'll actually hold with hairspray 100%, especially this right here. Again, now I know if certain people heard this, they'd be like, you're putting what in your beard? Hey, it's okay. Right. I use good products in my beard. Started out, for those of you guys, man, Beanie is one of those first guys I started watching doing beard product reviews. He does one of the most flawless beard product reviews you've ever seen in your life. Absolutely love watching. Thank you so much for coming in, man. But yes, it does hold. This has got to be glued. It is like cement when you put it in there. So you got to be kind of quick. You spray your beard down. I need to do a demonstration with this. I just don't have the time today. But, you spray your beard down real good once you got it fluffed out. Get that little bit of excess that you want, fold it under, and then you start put that hair dryer to it. It blends in. I know it kind of looks a little hokey right there, but it blends in really good. And then you start kind of shaping your beard how you want it, and it puts that round look on it. It looks good. And then once you put that suit on, guys, it looks really good. My wife uses hairspray. It's some tough stuff, man. I started using a curling iron on mine to shape it. It's been coming out nice. I need to try that. Curling iron. I've never used a curling iron. I've used a beard brush once for Beard Octane. I just don't like the way it sizzles, man. It just makes it just, I don't know what it is, man. I just couldn't handle that sizzle. Working on getting back into social, just finishing up with move across country. I know you've been busy, man. Life has been crazy the past couple. I hope you do, Beanie, because like I said, man, I cut my teeth on a lot of your beard product reviews, man, whenever I was getting started. So that's good news. That really is good news. Yeah. All right, guys. What do you think? All right. Those are any questions? Those are kind of some tools that I use. I think I went through all the tools that I use. Again, guys, I could pull out, 300 beard oils, from different companies, maybe not different companies, but 50 companies in here that, that is the beard oil. Some of them aren't even in business anymore. And guys, I just really believe in taking care of your beard. Again, a good beard wash, daily beard wash. Yes, you should wash your beard daily. A good beard oil. All right, especially if you're working outside or working at all or being outside, you need to wash your beard, whether it be morning or night, whichever you prefer, but get that skin really clean. And I exfoliate as well when I'm in the shower. I have a exfoliating brush in there that's really, really good. I think it's from Magnanimous Beard. It's really, really good. I exfoliate, but you can also use a comb to really kind of exfoliate while you're in the shower. And the 10 styles, I think I'm saying it right. Dynamite says it all the time. The 10 styles strength, your hair is stronger when it's wetter. Now, that doesn't mean rake it through or rip it through and pull out hair, but, really get that good exfoliation in there and get that dead skin, that dirt and everything off your skin underneath, because that's what you want to take care of. That's the soil that grows the crop, right? And that's what we want to take care of. And Greg Hall's another one, just got an order in from his beard oil company. Maybe one of those that is a round brush that blows air through it. Yeah. Now I will say this. I haven't got into the whole beard. I've used beard brushes. I haven't used that kind, but I have used I've got that little bitty hair dryer. It's a craft dryer is what it is. It looks like a little hair dryer, but it's for crafts. It's perfect for using stuff like this right here, and just kind of where it's not just blowing your beard all over the place. It blows really low, but it still has some heat to it. What are my go-to companies at the moment? Well, one of them just jumped in here. I got Greg Hall in here. I got Lee from EDC Beard Co's come back. So I've been using a lot more of his stuff. True North, 100% use their stuff. In fact, I just showed their liquid beard butter. Chris, you can see this right here. It's almost gone there, man. So you might be getting a sale here for long, but use liquid butter. So I like True North, being there's so many out there that I really like. I try to keep the same 5, in my rotation just for my sanity, because I'll go in there and I don't know about you guys, but if you got a bunch of beard oils or beard products, I'll sit there and just look, trying to decide. I'm worse. My wife says I'm worse than she is. I'll just go in there and just have such a hard time. What do I want to wear that day? And then if I I want to match it up, and I want to put the same cologne on as a scent, y'all know how it goes. But what's going on, Chris? Thank you so much for being in here. I am working on a collaboration scent. Great, man. Great. It's inevitable that I have a lot of people reaching out. Some smaller companies usually want to do collaboration, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than what people think it is, isn't it? Because they'll send you unless you got a veteran company owner like Chris or some of these guys that's been around for a while that you can kind of tell them, hey, this is kind of what I was thinking. They got it. They know it. But I work with some companies that will send you a tester. Yeah, I like it, but let's do this. Okay, well, I'm going to make it up. Let me send you another thing. It takes several weeks, right? Back and forth. And, so yeah, it's a lot of work doing a collaboration. All right. Stripping wash after the white and spray. Yes. Well, it depends on how my beard feels. If I only have one gig for the week, no, I'll just use a regular beard wash. But if I have multiple, like 2 or 3, and I know I'll go 2 or 3 days in a row using this got to be glued and the hair whitener, as soon as that last one's over, I'm stripping my beard and I'm restarting it. So, hey, great question. Great question. I think I talked about that one. All right. And we got people saying hello. Don't forget to hit thank you, man. This one should be a nostalgic Christmas scent. Yeah. I love it, guys. And for me, a nostalgic Christmas scent for me, and I kind of throw a lot of people off with this, is I like a good something with maybe like a clove in it, like a more earthier, darker scent, something with a little clove in it, a little tobacco. To me, that's nostalgic. Grandpa's sitting on his easy chair smoking a pipe. Yeah, you may have a little hint of that pine in there, maybe with a little vetiver, a little vanilla. Just that nice. It just makes you think of Christmas, right? And I love peppermint. I love peppermint. I love some of my favorite beard washes in there are peppermint. I love peppermint. And I wear a peppermint cologne when I'm doing the Santa because I want that smell. By the end of the season, you're tired of smelling peppermint. Well, at least I am for a little bit. I give it about a month and I'll start wearing it again. But yeah, I love that old nostalgic scene. All right, guys, that's about it. So we talked about beard shape, sizes, colors for Santas. I hope you got something out of this today. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. We will not have, like I've went to every other weekend now. Next weekend, I will be in Ohio at the Buckeye Beard Battle 3. I'm looking forward to meeting folks up there, beard company owners and influencers and just people in the bearded community in general. I'm looking forward to it, guys. So you guys make sure you take care of each other. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Until the next time, remember, this world could use a little kindness. So be kind to one another. And as always, keep Christmas in your heart year round. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you so much for your support.